Welcome back to Mining Your Future. I'm Danielle Marchand.
And I'm Maggie Dorf.
Maggie, last week you were a little wah-wah because something made you sad. Why don't you remind us?
I was a bit disappointed, indeed. I know that you love The Office and the heels and the dresses and yada, 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 but I love the equipment. I love getting out there and I'm very hands-on. So to me, all that stuff is a lot of fun. And last week I didn't get to operate anything.
But where are you going to now?
Well, this week we have Jojo Dynamite.
Sounds like someone you would get along with, hey?
I'm looking forward to it a lot. He's the superintendent at the Lehigh Materials Mine. Aggregate?
Who?
I don't know, but when I go, I'll come back and I'll explain, I hope. And what's worse is that after that, we have the GIS technician.
You know, again, I'm not that familiar.
We finish off with something that both you and I understand and know. It's the HR coordinator.
Yes, human resources. Something we're very familiar with. Well, I'm excited for you to come back and report to moi about what you've seen, what you've done, what you've conquered, and possibly what you've blown up. So,
Exciting.
Have fun. Stay clean. PPE. Things I'm learning. It's amazing.
So we're at Lehigh in Seashell, BC, and we're here to meet a guy by the name of Joe. He's a superintendent at the plant, and I won't lie, I'm a little nervous. They call him Jojo Dynamite. Hey, are you Jojo?
Yes, I am.
The superintendent.
Yeah, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
You got your steel toe boots on?
I sure do.
Ready to go. Here's a hard hat for you.
Fantastic.
Got your high-vis vest on.
Safety first, I sure do, sir.
Okay, good. So what we'll do is we'll head out and I'll bring you out for a tour of the plants.
I'm excited.
Okay,
Let's
just
go.
follow me.
Fantastic.
My name is Joe Pierre and I'm a production superintendent at Lehigh Materials Seashield Operations. I look after anything from the pit operations, right from the excavator and haul trucks, of scheduling and coordinating the maintenance of our excavators, and anywhere right down to our barge ship loading of the vessels, of just scheduling and making sure everything's in line for manpower and equipment, and also asking our production employees the needs and wants, basically the tools they need in order to do their job. At 7 o'clock, we go into our lunchroom where we have all our hourly employees. We have a safety toolbox talk every day, and we explain to them what they should be looking for if there's any jobs that we're doing that are out of the ordinary or something safety hazard they need to be aware of. When we go in there after the toolbox meeting, we go in and basically explain what we have scheduled for maintenance for the plants or mobile equipment, and just give them up and coming events just so they're in the loop of what direction we're going and what projects we have ongoing. After the meetings, I'll go out and do my tour to make sure everybody's where they need to be. The one strong suit that I think I have for this place is growing up with these guys 20 years in. They are a second family.
So as the superintendent here at Lehigh at the plant, one of Joe's daily stops is quality control. He's here to have a chat with some of his crew, and we're gonna go have a look. Are you looking for gold? It kind of looks like he's looking for gold.
So what he's doing is he's measuring out individual sizes of product.
Oh, wow. Mind if I peek over your shoulder as you do your thing?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So he measures it out in grams for every sieve size that he's doing, and then goes into this program here that calculates out the percent passing of the whatever specification we're looking at. So this is our loadout system. So what our loadout system does is it conveys our material from the upper pit, which is over the hill here, comes all the way out through the beach, and you'll see there's a series of conveyor belts. It just conveys and transfers onto each belt, and there's one single guy way at the very end of this loadout system. He sits in the operator's cab, and what he does is he controls on how to load the barge for particular material in particular spots on the barge or ship if there's a ship out there.
Oh, wow.
Majority of them go down to California, into the San Francisco Bay and San Diego area.
So your sand here from Seashell, gets taken down to places like California
Yes.
on ship.
Yes.
That is so cool. And the ship carries like a lot more than a truck
It does.
would by the highway, right?
Yes. Approximately for the bigger vessel being 65,000 tons, it equates to about 5,000 tandem truckloads.
5,000
5,000
truckloads.
truckloads, yes.
That's insane. Do you think we could actually head out there and check it out?
Yeah, we can walk out and then we'll go all the way out to the end and see how they do their loading. There should be a barge coming in shortly.
Wow.
Anywhere you can walk access to any of our conveyor lines, it has an emergency trip cord. So
Safety first.
in the event of emergency, hit the trip cord, it shuts down the entire system from the conveyor that you hit all the way back. Majority of our mine site is actually on banned land, so what we do is we have a close business relationship with them where we meet with them on a monthly basis, and they generate a little bit of revenue off us mining off their property and having most of our mine site on the banned lands also. And also the other thing that we do on top of that is promote job employment with band members. We're gonna let you load the barge.
Me?
Yeah! Oh, by the way, this is Ernie. Ernie's our scout loader
Hey,
helper.
nice
This
to
is
meet you.
Maggie. So Ernie loads the barges out here,
Wow.
has the helm of all the controls of loading the barge.
Yeah.
So you'll make Maggie's day if you let her load the barge
Oh,
for a while.
3 times a week, Joe will come out here and check out how Ernie's doing with the loading of the barge. And I gotta tell ya, the adrenaline just went up sky high because I sat down and with this little joystick off to my right, I literally began loading tons and tons of gravel onto a huge barge. And it's just such a rush to be holding this little thingamajiggy, that's my terminology anyways, and loading all of this gravel. It's awesome.
I started out in this industry 20 years ago, and I actually started out as a summer student, come out of Capilano College out of business management. When I came up through the ranks as a quality control technician to a production foreman, I had probably some of the greatest guys that I've ever seen in the industry that taught me and mentored me into my position that I am now. The other thing that I like about this job is it pays a good dollar, and I get to go home every day to my family, and you have a great work ethic and you're willing to take that step of joining the industry of mining. The opportunity's there if you're willing to learn.
Lehigh Materials in Seashelt is one of the best examples of how First Nations communities and bands can create harmonious and mutually beneficial arrangements with mining companies. Joe takes great pride in being one of the liaisons between the First Nations band there and Lehigh. I loved watching him interact with his team. They have a great time but work very hard and enforce a solid set of principles as well as mutual respect. Located right on the coast in one of the most beautiful parts of British Columbia, it's most definitely a place I'd love to go back and visit Joe again.
Since its discovery in 1888, the Britannia Mining Museum has transformed from being the largest copper mine of the British Empire to a great place for family and friends thanks to its award-winning restoration. The BC Mineral Exploration and the mining community, along with the government, made significant donations to pay for the $14.7 million renovation. Following the mine's closure, it was discovered the rainy Vancouver weather was picking up natural minerals from the mine's walls and washing them out, impacting waterways. What was once a sore spot has now become one of BC's cleanest sites thanks to a state-of-the-art treatment plant installed in 2005.
Sorry. I had way too much fun.
Yeah, did you? What'd you do?
I loaded a barge full of thousands of tons of gravel.
Wow.
Yep.
So explain.
Well, the guy that we're going to meet next is GIS, and I have no clue what that means. I thought I would be OMG. I thought that would be kind of COOL.
LOL. No. MAG. I'm very excited about what you have to bring to me.
I am too. I'll go get to the bottom of it, please. Okay.
TTYL. winky smiley face.
Our next stop is Sept and Oct Gold Corp. We're here to meet a gentleman by the name of Tom. He is their GIS technician. Now, I have no idea what that means, but hopefully by the end of the day, I will. There he is.
Hello,
Hey,
Maggie.
Tom, how are you?
I'm doing
So
well.
you're the GIS technician here.
Yes, I am.
I won't lie, I have no idea what that means, but hopefully by the end of the day, I'll know a little bit more about what it is that
Yeah,
you do.
you might be able to do my job once we're done.
I love it. Let's go.
My name's Tom Bokenfor, and I'm the GIS manager at Sept and Oct Gold Corp. A GIS is a Geographic Information System. That's what the acronym stands for. It's basically a system that you have to create to capture your data, store it, manipulate it, and ultimately present it in a format that will allow a user to make an informed decision as to where they want to continue their exploration program, or in our case, where we want to drill. You've used Google Maps before, right?
Yes, I have.
Right, and say you query a sushi restaurant and it shows you on this map where the sushi restaurant is?
Yeah.
Well, that's a GIS.
So I use GIS?
You do. You didn't make a GIS.
No.
But you used a GIS.
Yes.
We're a mining company and we do exploration. We have geologists, there are technicians, there are crew in the field right now that are doing exploration work. And they're acquiring a lot of data. That data, we have to find a way to capture the data properly, do quality control on it, store it properly, and then manipulate it, and then finally graphically represent what we're looking at so that it informs our decision as to where we do exploration next.
Okay. And you people generally in this industry like maps, I've noticed. So you create them, make ways to print them, and
If
then...
you look at a chart
Ta-da.
with a bunch of numbers, it means nothing to you.
Yeah, that's
Add
true.
some colors to it.
And everyone understands.
Exactly. In this case, we're looking at an air photo that we had flown over our property. Really detailed air photo. You can zoom in really close and you can, I mean, it's super
Oh, it
detailed.
is
Yeah,
too, a
so you can
photo.
see every little tree and every little path on the ground.
Oh,
If there's somebody
wow.
on the ground, you would see them there. So this is a base layer, for example.
Okay.
And we can then add all of our other data on top of that to see what we have. So each of those points, somebody painstakingly walked through the woods and fought off bears, and they actually dug up the soil sample and recorded the point in their GPS.
Okay.
And then we married that data to the laboratory data where they analyzed it for all of these elements. Now we can look at it on the screen and we can now color code it. Okay, so now we're looking at the data color coded according to the red or the high values, and I have the large values a little bit bigger as well. So now we have a general idea
Of
over
where
this
the good
area,
stuff is.
where the good stuff might be.
Nice.
If you want to look at other data with it.
Wow.
With this particular GIS, we're acquiring all of our data.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at all the data together,
Okay.
and we're making the best guess as to where we think the gold or whatever commodity you're looking for
hiding.
might be hiding, yeah.
Okay.
As the technology's changed and the computers have become faster and there's more RAM and data, et cetera, then yeah, the industry has changed a lot. Processing power has made a big difference for the industry.
So far, the thing that sticks out in layman's terms is that it's layers of information.
Yeah, exactly.
Layers.
It's layers of information.
This layer tells me this layer tells me this, and then you sort of amalgamate it together.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you use a calculator. You're really part of the exploration process. You're seeing the data usually before anybody else is. You're getting it directly from the laboratories. So if you do your job well and you present it well, it helps geologists and other people who are making final decisions as to where the program goes, or in our case, as to where you drill.
Tom works with pretty impressive data software. Much of what we discussed was too complex for me to comprehend all in one brief day. I did find it fascinating, however, how many layers of data go into just one of his maps.
Hey. Hello. So I am dying to know, GIS, tell me, what does it stand for?
Geographic Information System Technician.
Still very unclear. What is it?
I knew you would say that, and I knew I'd forget, so I wrote it down. It's layers of geographical data to make maps and determine where the best place to drill is.
You know what? I actually like that job. That sounds like it's extremely important.
Very. And what you would love about it is that it's in a clean office. most of the time.
So, I've noticed this attire here.
You have?
Very corporate. Where are you off to?
I figured I would, get dressed up because I'm going to meet Bethan at the Walter Energy office downtown Vancouver. She's the HR coordinator, so,
So, what are you gonna do if she interviews you?
Why would she interview me?
She's HR, that's what she does.
Oh, I don't think she'll interview me.
We'll see about that. I'll make a call.
So we've just arrived at Walter Energy, the downtown Vancouver office, and we're here to meet Bethan. She's the HR coordinator, so I'm kind of thinking and hoping that by the time we're done, I might have a real job. Hi, Bethan. Very nice to meet you.
You too.
What is it that you do at Walter?
I am the HR coordinator here, and if you want to come with me, I'll show you through.
Okay.
My name's Bethan Hope. I am the HR coordinator here at Walter Energy. There's a whole bunch of different things that we do on a daily basis. With me, it's more to do with recruitment types of things, working with various different people to get the jobs that they need filled.
So we have some empty spots here.
Yep, we have a variety of different positions that come up on various different points of the year. It really ranges from admin all the way up to senior level.
So once those people get hired, this becomes their home
Yep,
and they
this
make
will
it
be
their
their
own.
home. Yep.
Nice. Cool.
I actually started out as a temp here, working for the HR department. I spoke to my team leader at the time, and she decided that no, they wanted to keep hold of me and see if they could fit me into the team on a more permanent basis. I go up to site quite often. I take candidates up there for interviews on site. I work with the team up there to show them around the local areas. We have to make sure that when they're coming up to visit the site, that they get to see everything that they need to see. If they're relocating just themselves, obviously it's a lot easier. But if they're relocating a family, we want to make sure that the family are well looked after as well. When you get them to site and they realise what great places these towns are to work and play in, it's well worth it. It really is. The best thing that happens for us is when we have our first meeting with the hiring manager. They can tell you exactly what the position involves. They tell you exactly what they're looking for, so you have a really good understanding of what it entails.
When you've narrowed it down to a successful candidate, you bring them into a boardroom or a meeting room.
Yep.
Where you grill them.
Well, we don't exactly grill them.
Yeah.
We like them to be as relaxed as possible when doing interviews. You want them to be relaxed enough to be open with you, and also you want to sort of find the information that you're looking for. Mm-hmm. So Maggie, I've actually prepared a few questions for you.
You're kidding?
No.
Oh, wow.
Well, let's do some behavioural competency questions.
Okay.
See how competent you are when it comes to behaving.
Oh, boy.
Let's start. So what do you look for in a role in order to be satisfied? At one time or another, everyone's been asked to sacrifice quality. Can you tell me about a time and weren't 100% sure on how to approach it?
Can you repeat the question?
Of course. What do you look for in a role in order to be satisfied?
Different environments.
Okay.
I don't see myself as the type of person that could sit behind a desk 5 days a week, 9 to 5, and just be in that exact same environment all the time.
So what other environments do you enjoy working in?
I enjoy traveling. I enjoy being outdoors.
Yeah.
And so if it could be a mix of being outdoors and being indoors in an office, that would be perfect. How am I doing so far?
Not bad.
Okay, good.
It sounds like you want my job, because that's exactly what I do.
Nice.
When you're working for a company such as ours, you can start at the bottom and work your way up. So that's one of the best things about working for a mining company, is the fact that it's not just a job that you go to and you earn some good money, it's actually giving yourself a career.
Meeting Bethan was an eye-opening experience, if not only for the fact that according to her, the person being interviewed has nothing to feel nervous about. Placing the right people in the appropriate positions is an intricate process, one Bethan finds challenging and enjoys very much.
Hi, I'm Rob Stevens. Welcome back to Fact Digging. Did you know that Vancouver is the global center for the mineral exploration industry? Vancouver has the highest concentration of exploration and mining professionals anywhere in the world, and over 1,200 companies that are directly or indirectly involved in the industry. Canadian professionals design and run mines all over the world, over 350 at last count, It's a great industry if you love to travel.
She did it, didn't she?
A little bit.
Yeah.
She interviewed me.
And how was it?
It was tough. It was really, really tough. I was very nervous. Very nervous. But she did say that when they're interviewing candidates, they actually get nervous themselves as well.
So, enlighten me about next week, please.
Next week, we're going to meet one of the most fundamental roles in the industry because, you know, it's all safety, safety, safety.
Like a safety coordinator?
Wow,
I know.
Danielle, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Were you reading up?
No, some things I do know.
After that, we're going to meet a group of people. They are all association representatives or organization representatives that support the industry. And last but not least, we have a community relations person.
Sounds a little self-explanatory, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's an individual who is responsible for working with the community where the mine is operating.
Well, I'm excited to know more about everything you're doing. I hope you are too. So please join us next week on Mining Your Future.